Solopreneurs. I am coming to you today from my Las Vegas home. If you remember last week, we were just moving in. We literally had movers walking around the house as I did this Solopreneur Life live stream. This week it's a little quieter, but we're trying out new tech. So every week it's something new, isn't it? So what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about some magic that happens when you have word of mouth marketing. I'm telling you, this is what makes my life so much easier. And you can set it up. You can get it going if you just approach it and realize that this is a fantastic way to keep a constant stream of clients coming your way without you having to do all the work of constantly marketing your business. So, I am so glad you're here right now. We are going to be talking about word of mouth advertising. Welcome to the Solopreneur Life Podcast. I am your host, Kathryn Aragon. I run a media and training company called Solopreneur Life. And through our membership area, The Hub, and the Solopreneur Life Podcast, which you're listening to now, you will learn the strategies, mindsets, and skills that you need to fully enjoy the Solopreneur Life. Today, we are talking about what it takes to turn on word of mouth marketing. Stay tuned, and I'll tell you how to get other people to promote you so you can relax and just do what you do best, which is run your business. Now, right now, I want you to take a moment to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to that channel too, because you know what? You don't want to miss any of this stuff. I share my own experiences, interviews from professionals, and tips and tricks to help you grow your business and get those answers you're looking for how do I do whatever. So today we're talking about word of mouth marketing. So what is that exactly, and why do you need it? Well, word of mouth is when other people talk you up to the point that you don't have to market yourself. Somebody else hears that somebody's looking for whatever you do. I need someone who does copywriting. You don't have to raise your hand because somebody else tells that person about you. They raise the hand for you. That's word of mouth. That's where people all around you are promoting you and your business so you don't have to. Now imagine how much better that can make your life. I mean, it's pretty easy to see that can completely transform your entire business. So, you've got previous clients who might do it, but you might also have friends and partners who do it. It may be impromptu. You may have such a super fan that they hear, oh, I need someone who does content marketing, and I know just the person for you. You need to talk to Kathryn. I get that all the time, and I can't express how grateful I am for it, because I can't be in all those places. I am not in front of the people who are looking. But to have somebody who is connected to those people recommending me, that is it's gold. There is no way to put a value on that. Now, why is this so important? I mean, aside from it just makes your life easier, right? Marketing is a full-time job. If you think about it, people pay really big bucks to have someone full-time running their marketing. And not just one person, they will hire an entire team of people to do it. Because there's so many elements that go into it. There are so many things to do when you're marketing properly. Now, you as a solopreneur, you've had to make some decisions, haven't you? You have to streamline things. You have to figure out, okay, what are the hard-hitting elements that I can put into this, and what are the things that when I do this it doesn't move the needle, so I'm not doing that. We have to be very selective about the things we do to market our business. Why? Because there's not enough time. We're only one person, and marketing isn't our job. Our job is serving our clients. So having other people Spreading the word for you is almost like having a marketing team. Imagine the difference that could make. And you still get to do those hard-hitting marketing tactics that you love doing, that work for you. But you have other people driving people towards you, sharing word about you, just alerting people that you are there and can serve them and help them succeed. Now, people come to you when they hear about you from somebody else, not from an ad, not from you. Guess what? They come to you with this entirely different mindset. They are predisposed to choose you because they heard about you from someone they trust. And if that person is a higher up, is someone who's well respected in the industry, all the better. I have made it to the front of the line in job interviews. I have gotten clients with literally one conversation, and we're hired, and I still have those clients. I've had them for years. Literally, it's so much easier to convert those clients. You have a much higher closing rate simply because they were recommended by somebody else. That's the magic of word of mouth. You can also ask for higher rates. And this is another way that this is really, really going to help you. Because people come to you with this higher perceived value, you are presented to them as the best, the one solution you need to talk to. You need to talk to this person. Well, now you are in a different category from everybody else, which means you can actually charge a little bit more. And it doesn't mean you will. It doesn't mean you charge exorbitant rates, but it does mean that you can charge your best rate and actually get hired. So now, how do you get word of mouth going? We know what word of mouth is. We know how valuable it is to your business. How do you actually get it started? Well, I've come up with 5 things that you need to think about as you start kicking off word of mouth marketing for your business. Number 1, let's make friends with connectors. Now, what is a connector? A connector is someone who is uniquely poised to have a lot of connections, and they like introducing people. These are people who are networkers by nature. They're usually extroverts, or they just know a lot of people in the industry. I have a couple of connector friends, people who they're in the middle of a lot of stuff. They know a lot of business owners, and they hear those business owners talking. And if they hear of anybody who is even remotely close to what I do, they immediately shoot off an email introducing the two of us. Now, here's why that's such a valuable thing. And it's not like they're always doing me a favor. Actually, it's reciprocal. I'm doing them a favor as well because they are a connector. And they like being recognized as someone who's in the know, someone who knows the right person for everything. So when they recommend me, first, that is a high compliment. They believe I am that one person. But also, when I take care of that client, I get the client, I take care of them, I solve the problem, I made them look good. It's not just about making me look good. I make them look good because they're a connector. And that's their role. And they want to connect this fantastic person with this fantastic person. Let's get these people talking and see what kind of amazing stuff happens. Well, that's exactly what it is. So you want to make friends with a few connectors. People who are in high places, if at all possible. People who are talking to business owners, to directors, to VPs. The people who might hire you. And you want to earn their respect. You want to, that's the trick, actually. It's doing things for them, building that relationship with them in a way that they realize, this is that best person who I can recommend. And that's going to take a little bit of work on your end, building the relationship, not in a, hey, I want something from you down the road kind of a way, but as in, hey, I'm here for you. Can I help you? Genuinely help people, genuinely build relationships, have conversations so you get to know one another and they trust you. But once they trust you, they can recommend you and make those connections for you. You also want to be sure, this is number 2. So number 1 is make friends with connectors. The second is tell people what you do, but do it in a way where it's really clear. Now, For years, my business was, hey, I do writing. I do copywriting and content writing, and, you need a writer, I'm here for you. That's not really clear, is it? If you just do writing, I do websites kind of a thing. People may not recommend you because it's not clear enough. The value you deliver, who you work with, exactly what kind of writing do you do, or what kind of websites do you build. Be very clear. I've got a friend who calls it productizing your service. So whatever service you provide, try to package it in a way to where if it sat in a box on a shelf, people could pull it off, read the label, and know exactly what you do. That's your goal. You want to create something so clear of, this is how I serve my clients, and this is how they walk away benefiting from that service. And then it's really easy for people to recommend you. So this telling people what you do, make it super clear. It needs to be easy to understand and also easy to talk about. And one of the things that I've done for a few of these connector friends of mine is I've actually written in a Google Doc, I've put together a little blurb about this is my history and this is what I do, that they copy and paste in emails when they're introducing me. It makes it really easy for them to make that introduction. And the easier you can make it for them, the more likely they are to do it. So number 1, make friends with connectors. Number 2, tell people what you're doing. Now, some of those may be connectors, others, it may just be random people. But those people will meet other people who need you, and they will also recommend you. Third, always prioritize those connections. Remember what I just said. It needs to be reciprocal, and you need to make that recommender look good. When they connect you with somebody, it needs to come out positive. Literally, you need to make them smell like roses. When they recommend you and you take care of that person for them, then they look good. And people, next time they want to be introduced, next time they have a problem, they're going to go to that same connector. That makes them look fantastic. Make sure you do that. And when you do, you are giving as well as taking. But also be aware, this person is recommending you all over the place. How can you serve them? How can you help them other than just making them look good? Is there a need that they have? Pay attention to these people who are introducing you and connecting you. Make sure you are truly developing a reciprocal relationship. And then, so that was number 3. Make friends with connectors. Tell people what you do. Always prioritize your connectors. And at the end, this is number 4, at the end of a project, ask for recommendations and introductions. Again, it says there may be a few people who just do word of mouth marketing for you, but it doesn't always have to start that way. You can kick off that relationship by reminding a happy client that it's their job to share all that goodness with other people. So at the end of a client project, when it winds up, or if it's just, maybe it's an ongoing thing and you've had a couple of months, you can tell they're feeling good, ask for a recommendation. Say, hey, could I put a testimonial on my website? And oh, by the way, do you know anyone else who needs this same service? And make it easy, make it casual. Ask for an introduction or at least some contact information. And then number 5, and this is our last tip, always do your best work. Now, I harp on this all the time with good reason. Your work is your brand. It's what you're known for. And if you do your best work consistently, people are going to want to recommend you, even if you don't ask them to. You won't have to build partnerships. They're just going to happen. Now, that's what you want. But that only happens if you 100% always do your best work. You need to wow people so much that they can't help but talk about you. When somebody hears, oh, I need to hire someone for SaaS content marketing, I know just the person. This person has worked for this company, this company, this company. Everywhere they go, they wow. You need to talk with them. That's the kind of reputation you want to develop. And if you do, word of mouth will happen. I can promise. Now, word of mouth is the key to growing your business. It transforms you from just kind of a hireling, oh, we just need to hire someone to do this thing, into a brand. This is a brand. I mean, people recommend a particular brand of food or pizza or something like, hotels. Oh, never go to this hotel. Man, you should always stay at this hotel. That's a brand. You want to turn your solopreneur business, you never want it to be like a hobby or just this thing you do on the side. You want to become a brand because brands get talked about, brands get shared, brands get promoted, and brands get hired. So you yourself, your personality, just the way you are, the work you do, the quality you deliver, the outcome you give people, that's what your brand is built on. So always focus there. Build that solid foundation where your clients are so happy with what they get from you that you become the elevated brand. You're the premium, and they are more than happy to recommend you. Today, we have talked about word of mouth, and this by far is the best way you can build your business. But I don't want you to stop there. There are so many things you can do to grow your business, and it all starts with subscribing to the Solopreneur Life Podcast wherever you turn in. I also want you to visit us at solopreneurlife.com, and better yet, join us at the Hub. This is where you will get fantastic training that will turn your business into something you're very proud of, something that gives you the lifestyle that you're looking for. But in the meantime, let's start with word of mouth, shall we? And you stay awesome.